It is day 6, Tuesday, June 6th, my 6th day living in Las Vegas, and it is interview day, Tuesday interview day. Got an interview at a company that sounds like it would be a pretty good gig if I get it. It is an office job, but it has full medical benefits, full dental package. And it's a steady 40-hour paycheck. And if we can secure that job, what that means is that opens us up to being able to start building the poker roll. So definitely that's what we want to do. Need to get some job. You can't just start off playing poker for a living immediately unless you have a bankroll that's going to do it. So yeah, we'll do that for as long as we need to. That gives us just some stability, and that will actually give us the availability to start playing some poker on a regular basis, guys, and get some poker playing action into the vlog here. Right now I got a little bit of scrambled egg and spinach and coffee action going. I think the heat's too low. Nothing going on yet with these eggs. Got the sauteed spinach already in there with the scrambled eggs. No shredded cheese. I need to go shopping. I need to get some shredded cheese so I can make this a proper omelet. Interview time. I'm over here. It's 12:39 p.m. right now. Have an interview scheduled for 1 o'clock. So I got about 10 minutes to kill. It's good to get in there about 10 minutes before the interview starts, just to try to get off on a good first impression. First couple of dress shirts I put on this morning, should have probably tried them on yesterday, but they're all nice, perfectly ironed. Put them on and realized that my neck must have gained about 5 pounds in the last 3 years, because I haven't worn those dress shirts in a while. I tried these dress shirts on. Oh my God, thing was strangling my neck so bad. I would have, my face would have turned purple during the interview, so there's no way. Luckily, I had this shirt. So it's been a couple days since I was over at the Uber hub and trying to get my account reactivated. Haven't heard anything, haven't received any messaging or emails from Uber that I'm green lighted and ready to go yet. But I just figured I would log on to the Uber app anyway and take a look and see if it gives me some messaging there. I didn't see anything, so I clicked the Go Online button, which is what you do if you're ready to start accepting ride requests as a driver. And it said you need to read some disclosures and accept terms and conditions before going online. Okay, let's see what happens. So I scroll through the disclosures and the documents, the digital documents in the app, hit accept. I tried clicking go online again, and it says a message from support. It says, welcome to Uber. Have a safe first day. Here's some tips and pointers for driving in Nevada. I think we're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and kick on the app today and see if we can't earn a few dollars doing some Uber around Vegas. I looked at the passenger Uber app, and I did see that there's several drivers around. I've read online that the Las Vegas Uber market for drivers is pretty well saturated. But I don't know. I mean, people complain about everything no matter where they are, no matter what they're doing. So... and it's just all situational. It depends on where you are, the time of day. Right now, it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, middle of the week and a weekday. So I don't know how busy it'll be, but World Series of Poker's going, so maybe I might just even head down over there and kick the app on. I might first do a little bit of reading about specific pickup locations and drop-off locations for the casino properties, because Uber said they were going to email me some of that information, and I think I did receive that. So I should take a look at that quickly, see if there's anything particular I need to be aware of before I start driving. Other than that, we're ready to go. Next, on the way out the door, literally about 3 minutes ago, got a phone call, 702 area code. that I wasn't sure about. So, of course, I answered that because we know I'm applying to some different jobs over here so that I can get a steady income. Then we will have the Uber for additional money, and then we can start this quest of tracking a complete amateur poker player, live poker player, which I self-admittedly am. I've been playing poker for a long time. It's not like I'm just figuring out how to play the game, but I am a complete amateur. I've played live, several times at very small stakes. I've played a few small stakes tournaments. I've been lucky enough to make one or two final tables for a couple $1,000s, but nothing major. And I'm definitely nowhere near a professional poker playing level. So I would love to get there, though. And I think with study and discipline with the bankroll and learning and studying, in addition to spending time playing, is the way you get better. And also, of course, listening to analysis that the pros do when they're reviewing their hands online. So now with the internet and everything, there's plenty of opportunity there. So yeah, this is, the channel is just about me getting out of California, getting out here to Las Vegas, getting some steady income going, seeing how far I can progress as a poker player, and whether that just means I can make some extra money supplementally on the side, or even going full-blown professional player a couple years down the road. Who knows? But I'm going to have fun trying, that's for sure. I'm going to have fun trying. I'm not going to be able to say that I never gave it a shot. So follow me along. That's what this channel is about, to see where we go. And I'll let you know how it's progressing, and I'll take you along with me in the casino. Back to the phone call I just received. That was from one of the companies, the one that I was most eager and hopeful of. That the interview where you saw me, I went to the interview, and they have extended an offer. The offer is even a little bit better than I was hoping for. So this is awesome. This is great. This means, and I start next week, middle of the week next week. So they're going to give me a formal offer in writing. So yes, we're here in Vegas. We're not stressing out 100% anymore. Stress levels come down a little bit to about 60%, 65%. Because, hey, it's still a new environment, new city, new state, new everything, starting a new job. But at least I've got a job now, starting next week. The Uber account is active. And so definitely a drink is going to be in order later today. But I still am going to go do a little bit of Ubering right now. And then we're going to definitely get out there, hit the strip, maybe have a couple of beers, and a little bit of a celebration. Maybe even play some poker in the casino tonight. Who knows? See how it goes. Wow.
Make a left turn, then pick up Michael on the right.
I'm sorry?
So thank you. Yeah. Pretty close.
Yeah, I was just right over here at the Red Rock.
Yeah, just the southwest of it.
So I'll make an admission. I'm a new transplant out here. I'm from Southern California. Been Uber driving out there for a couple years now, and I just got out here.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Make a right turn.
I'm just gonna follow the navigation. I've been into McCarran before, but not as an Uber driver. So if you feel free to jump in and say, go this way, go that way. If the navigation tells us something weird.
I've been up to this office here 3 times in my life.
All right. Otherwise, it usually, even when I'm in areas in Southern California where I'm completely unfamiliar, it generally...
Make a right turn on Spruce Goose Street.
Yeah, it's tough to beat.
Man, bright out here. It's 6:30 now at night, and it's Vegas. It's always bright out here. So, yeah, as you saw there, we got our very first Uber here in Las Vegas. Was from the outskirts of town to McCarran International Airport. So that was kind of cool. My very first time taking an Uber passenger in Las Vegas, in the state of Nevada, and to McCarran Airport, of course. So it was pretty good. We got $15, a little over $15 for that one trip. That's it. I did the one trip, and I was good to go. I was done. I just wanted to test the account, see if it worked. I think depending on how it's going, how I feel tomorrow morning, I might get up early and do some Ubers in the morning. I think it's a good idea to get down to the Strip and actually visit a lot of the major casino properties in person, because most of them have Uber designated pickup and drop-off areas. Most of the drop-off areas are at the main front areas of the casinos and just past the valet, is what I've seen just from looking online. But it's easier to tell if I'm actually down there in person. So maybe we'll do a video about that. I'll go down there and hit as many of the large casinos as I can, and we'll just kind of scope out where you're supposed to go to drop off Uber passengers and pick them up. Because with the Strip, the Las Vegas Strip chaos and traffic down there, it could be a little bit stressful doing a first-time Uber trip without first knowing what you're doing, where you're going, and everything like that down there. So anyway, first trip was good, $15 in the Uber account, and I just left it in there. You could cash your earnings out any moment on demand that you want, and the money is in your bank account instantly, which is pretty cool, up to 5 times a day. I left the 15 in there, no need to cash it out. We'll build it up a little bit because they do charge 50 cents per transaction when you cash out on demand. If you wait until once a week when they automatically deposit your funds, there's no charge for that. But I think it's pretty cool being able to go out and generate some money and cash it out and get it into your bank account instantly. So I use that feature quite a bit, usually at the end of each day when I'm done driving. So right now, like I said earlier, time for a little celebration. Over here, I came over here to Red Rock Hotel and Casino. Gonna go in, and we are jumping in straight to the top level, highest buy-in, highest action game we can find. Not. You guys know me. Come on, if you've seen my videos, you know that's not gonna happen. Not yet. I think what we're going to do is, smartest thing is to get into the absolute lowest limit, lowest variance, highest amateur level, meaning there's going to be other players there that are just there to have a good time and drink and gamble it up, hopefully, that we can find, which I believe is going to be $2, $4 limit Texas Hold'em, okay? And a couple of reasons why. You're not going to make a lot of money at that. I mean, it's possible, but you probably aren't. You have to get good cards. It's more about getting the good cards and just playing mathematically smart and strategically smart and not gambling it up too much and hoping for people at your table that do want to drink and gamble it up and just have a good time. You also cannot go broke on a single hand. Unless your chips are already down to like $10 or $15, then sure, you could lose your last $10 or $15. But you can't just go all in for your whole stack. If you have if you're starting with $100, which I plan to do, you can't lose that $100 on the very first hand, which you can in no limit Texas Hold'em. You can bet any amount at any time up to the entire stack of chips you have in front of you at the table. So that's my favorite game, no limit is. But given the fact that we only have a $100 bankroll to start, literally, and that's it, the goal is to take that $100 and we'll just keep playing 2-4 limit, grinding it up slowly, hopefully trying to make a little profit in each session. If we go broke, which I've done in the past, believe me, I've gone through $100 without winning a single hand. And it takes a while, takes a few hours, but it's possible at 2-4. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully we can build up. And the goal right now, I think my goal is to start at 2-4 limit, $100 per buy-in, keep it consistent every time. And when we get to $1,000, when we've taken the $100 and built it up to $1,000, we'll make the transition into no limit Texas Hold'em. But we're going to go with like the $1, $2, meaning the blinds are going to be $2 and $1 when it's your turn to put the blinds in. And no limit Hold'em, and that's typically a $100 buy-in game. So it's perfect for us once we've graduated from 2-4 limit. So in order to earn our graduation, we need to turn $100 into $1,000. And whether that happens in one night, 20 nights, or 100 nights, that's what we're going to do. That's the plan. And let's go see what happens on night 1 for 2-4 limit poker here at Red Rock. Let's go check it out.
Enrico, 1-2. Enrico, 1-2.
Thank you.
Nailed it, Charlie.
My nails? I didn't even touch you.
Yeah, a little bit. I just cut mine.
Button hit you.
Oh, it was a button?
It was the button.
Oh, yeah. Bad button.
Is that how that goes?
You guys got a blank button.
5 players. Beautiful. Raise to 4. Heads up.
No wonder everybody's walking around. You see,
Watch out, everybody.
What, Madvitas? Casino share. Every call Steve. That's only like if it's like under a certain amount.
50 and 50, 10, 40.
Hey guys, yeah, so that wraps up the poker session last night. Played for about 3.5 hours. Right off the bat, I had a good start. I won a couple hands. We were up about $40 positive, and then not too much happened after that. It kind of went on a little bit of a slider downhill. I flopped a set of 9s. There was no straight, no flush draw out there, and I was leading and betting all the way down. I had a nice pot going, but a backdoor flush got there with a club on the turn. A club on the turn, club on the river, so the person had clubs, called it down, and they got their flush, so I lost that hand. Another hand, I had ace deuce suited, and the flop was a 3-4 something. And again, there was no suits on the flop. So I let out for it, see what happens, got a few callers, and then spiked it on the turn. Hit the straight, got the wheel, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same thing played out though. A runner flush came and we got flushed down the toilet on that hand. This is going to happen at 2-4. A lot of times people are going to play any draw because it's only $2 or $4 to seed a card, and when these pots get big, you get a lot of people drawing. So that's just the way it's going to go. Another hand that was a kill pot where they double the blinds, and so the pots get even bigger. I had 3-5 suited. I opted to come into that pot. Was a lot of people coming into the pot. I could tell it was going to be kind of big just to see the flop, see if we had something to draw on. So we had 3-5 of hearts. The flop is 3-5-10. So obviously a very nice flop there. We're leading out all the way and raising all the way. Nice big pot developing. A deuce on the turn, a blank on the river. Not much out there, but on the river, a person leads out into us. I don't see anything that, unless the river helped them, might have been a bigger 2-pair. I didn't like the situation too much. Pot's too big at this time, have to call down, and they hit a set of deuces on the turn. So they had pocket deuces. That deuce that came on the turn bailed them out, and we did not hit a 3 or a 5 to fill up and get a full house. So yeah, ended up being a losing session. Ended up cashing out at a 0. So it's the way it goes at 2-4. We're just going to have to keep trying this, and got to have a little bit of luck on our side at some point. I think we ran a little bit worse than typical because we had a couple of good hands at the start, but when we made our big hands further down the road, someone had just one hand bigger than us. So it's going to happen, especially at 2-4. You can't defend, you can't re-raise really big to get someone to fold a hand. But we got some action in there. It was a lot of fun, a great table. Heard a great story, which was not so great for the people involved, but just the night before there at Red Rock, one guy had 3-4 of clubs. The flop was 5-6-7 of clubs. He flopped a straight flush. Another guy, 8-9 of clubs. So right off the bat, they both flopped the jackpot, which was a split of $125,000. So what's the bad news in that case? Bad news is on the turn where the player bet and the other guy was acting. He was doing a little bit of acting, like pretending, I don't know if I want to call this or fold this. The guy that let out first showed the guy next to him, because they were sitting next to each other, I guess, showed him his hand that he had the straight flush. I have no idea why he did that, but they showed it, they played out, jackpot pending, boom, huge money, $62,000 for the guy with the losing hand, for the bad beat jackpot, and the guy with the winning hand, he was going to get about 20 or 30,000, I think. Sorry, cat intervention here. And they reviewed it. At 45 minutes later, or an hour later, they said it was voided. It was voided because the player showed his hand to the player that was also involved in the hand before the action was complete. You can't do that. You cannot show your cards when you're still in the middle of a hand, and especially in a jackpot hand, because that could entice the other player. Oh my gosh, it's the jackpot. I'm going to call. I'm going to play this hand. So really, really sad, bad news. And the guy that had that would have had the big share, the 62,000, he was actually in the room playing again the night after this happened, while I was there at the table next to me, at the next table over from me, because the other players were talking about it, saying, I can't believe he's back. If somebody voided the jackpot for me, I would be so pissed off. I wouldn't be able to play for a week. $62,000 when you're just playing for $2, $4 limit hold'em. And the other guy caused the jackpot to be voided. What are you going to do? That's the worst bad beat. You hit the jackpot finally, and you cannot collect on it. So be careful out there when you're playing. Never show your hands. It could cause a problem. So just be careful. That's all. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.